Evening King Black Cherry. With me, I have Mr. Etep.
What's up, everybody? Everybody's having a lovely week today. This week.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, we have Mr. The Real Ant-Man.
What's going on, everybody?
What up? What up? So Pete is like just came into our little chat area and it's like, I got breaking news. I can't wait to break it. I can't wait.
Super giddy, man.
Super giddy. All right, Pete, what you got?
Nah, it's just pretty much like it's not giddy. It's just like a good conversation. I feel like. So today, breaking news: W released more wrestlers. I know they released 6 or 7 or 8. Like I want to say a couple months ago, like Samoa Joe and other guys like that. Today they actually released. I thought pretty big names. Braun Strowman, who actually pretty much was a main eventer on the WE and all that. They released him today. Also, Aleister Black, who's a great wrestler, and they're trying to reintroduce on SmackDown. Then you got, of course, some other small wrestlers like Ruby Riott, Buddy Murphy, Santana. What's her name?
Santana.
What her name was? Santana something.
Santana Garrett.
Lana.
Anyway, they all got. What's that?
Lana.
Lana, yeah, Lana too. Yeah. Russo's. Oh, that's not a surprise. I mean, I figured she was going to be gone.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, she's been there for like 10 years and still hasn't learned to wrestle. So,
wow, that's crazy.
No, that's not a lot. She was better as a valet, honestly, than anything. You know?
Absolutely. She's a good talker, but yeah, like her in-ring stuff is not good.
Not a wrestler, no. But Braun Strowman is pretty major though, because I feel like the guy. He's literally the prototypical WWE guy. He's exactly what Vince always looked at, right? Huge, big, muscle guy who actually is not a bad wrestler. And for some reason they let him go. I don't know. I understand why. It makes no sense to me. They say supposedly he's getting paid too much. He's getting paid $1 million a year. They say budget cuts, and that's the reason why they did it. But in the same time, it makes no sense because I mean, geez, they're actually not doing too bad financially. They have like a huge contract with Fox for SmackDown, like what?
Yeah, but
$2 billion, $3 billion.
You can't forget, Pete, about how many people they pay that you don't see on TV. Like all the people that work at Stamford, Connecticut, all the people that produce the shows. There's tons of salaries that you don't even think about.
And I
can imagine that,
probably
but
millions upon millions. With their concession stands where they're going to traveling around states and whatnot. Now the fact that all the merchandise and whatnot, now they're all in like one setting and no fans. It's like they're just showing off for TV.
Yeah, but it's to me though, like other companies, now I'm talking not just AEW.
Why do I sound hilarious?
Is there
something wrong with my headset?
I'm talking about Impact. None of these guys release their wrestlers. They still put them on and still had them under contract and still have them wrestle. Where these guys, WWE will let go guys during the pandemic. I thought it was kind of pretty shady, if you ask me. Pretty bad, if you ask me. Whatever. I'm not trying to go over there and be all batch on the WWE part, but they do certain things that are really questionable. I just think it's funny though, because I know the Ant's gonna get a reaction from this. He's gonna be like, "Oh God!" But CM Punk tweeted before. I read his tweet. I don't know if I can find it. If I can find it, I don't want to misquote him. But let's see if I can find this tweet that he just had not too long ago. Give me 1 second, guys.
CM Punk, the guy who didn't get his way, picked his ball up and went home. That guy.
Oh, went to UFC and got his ass rocked twice.
That's true. As Pat McAfee would say, even Miles Teller didn't get jabbed that hard. Speaking of which, Pete, how do you feel about him getting shit about that?
Yes. What happened?
How do you feel about Pat McAfee getting shit for being a heel commentator, saying that Jey Uso got hit harder than Miles Teller?
Then who?
Miles Teller, the actor. You know, he got like beat up in Hawaii.
Who?
Can you not hear me?
He can hear you. It's just he's just delayed.
Oh, okay.
I know you're breaking up. All right, I don't know. I can't find it. Anyway, the quote, the
paraphrase the man.
The tweet. Let me see if what.
paraphrase the dude.
The tweet that CM Punk said and all that, he said that W is kind of like a blockbuster movie. Has a huge, huge budget, great cast, but for some reason it has the shittiest writers, like a bunch of nincompoop writers, and it's only like they only entertain to an audience of one. And he says but people still go to watch these blockbuster movies anyway, regardless of how bad it is, of the writing. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that, Ant? You think that's pretty accurate?
He says it only plays for an audience of one. Who's the audience of one?
Yeah, what you mean, Vince McMahon? The audience of one is Vince McMahon.
I'm pretty sure the people that tune in weekly to watch it would disagree with him. I just think it's still sour grapes.
I think people watch the WE because not because it's great and all. I'm not saying it's not bad. It has its moments, but I'm saying they still watch it because they still live off the whole heyday of the WWE. They grew up watching it, so they still watch it this day.
AEW like still can't get WWE out of their mouths, so they still.
What's that?
No,
I have the quote here. It's like a movie with a blockbuster budget and cast, but if it's written by creatively bankrupt nincompoops, specifically for an audience of one in a language nobody understands anymore, it's trash. But people watch it because they like movies.
But that's not the reason people watch blockbusters. People watch blockbusters because they like the Flash.
Yeah,
they like the action. Yeah, exactly. They like the style.
Yeah, but I mean, W still has a pizzazz, though. It still is kind of like that. Still has a pizzazz. Still has like that whole larger than life thing.
I'm sticking with my first thing, Pete. It's just sour grapes still from CM Punk. He just can't get over himself.
Yeah, but it's not that. A lot of people stopped watching W, man. A lot of people started watching wrestling like that. Dude, W used to get what 6 million or 5 million a week?
I think people stopped watching it because it got less Jerry Springer. I think people watched it because that
okay, I give you that. That's
the thing, point. Dude. Late 90s was like Jerry Springer, like Attitude Era. Like what can you do on TV to top it this week? That's what it was, and everybody tuned in to see that.
I give you that. But I mean, I do think that the stars, the main stars, were way more. What's the word I'm looking for?
More marketable. Yeah,
back
absolutely.
Then than now.
There'll never be another Rock. There'll never be another Stone Cold. That when I look up and down the rosters, I still don't see those guys.
But I don't think it's because it's because they have these scripts. Wrestlers have these scripts they have to read off, and they have to read out these stupid jokes and these stupid things where it's not natural. Like The Rock came, I feel like a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff was written for him, but it came out way more natural. What the smack stuff he came out than something like I remember Roman Reigns in his face. He said "sucker to succotash." Like who the hell says that? That's so corny, so cheesy. Or even Stone Cold, some of his smack talk. None of these wrestlers, the main stars, have anything really that's marketable or that people wanted to kids want to go and try to mirror. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just like how hip hop music is nowadays. No one really understands what the fuck anyone is saying, but it's like you got a good beat, but then there you go.
But I do have to say, if I was looking at who is marketable on the rosters right now, I would say Roman Reigns is marketable. I would say that the New Day is marketable. I don't know anybody outside that because the New Day brings in stuff outside of wrestling. Like Xavier Woods is known in the video game world. He's not even 100% known for his wrestling. People know him from Up, Down, Down. So I say that he's found a niche that he can do, and he him and Kofi and Big E, they're all pretty marketable people. But other than that, Roman Reigns probably, and then for the women's side of the roster, you have Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch is super marketable, but she's not out. But I would say those are hopefully the next gen of girls will be marketable as well. But I don't even know how marketable Bailey and Charlotte are.
Charlotte
I
used
just
to
think
be,
it's funny though,
but
because
then
there's
that just
even
dropped
rumors.
off.
Somebody was saying that supposedly the reason why they did this because maybe they're trying to sell.
They're not going
trying
to
to sell the company.
Yeah, they got sell.
They can sell.
I don't see that happening too. It's not Vince McMahon. Not until maybe, God forbid, one day passes away. Maybe like Stephanie or Shane, whoever takes over, they could probably be more. I could see them selling. But Vince, no, he'll never sell. Not till he's like not even 100. He won't sell. You know what I'm saying? He'll still be over there backstage.
And
saying,
who are you going to sell to
trying to
anyways
tell
that knows the business?
I mean, you can sell to Disney, Amazon, whatever.
Yeah, but they don't know the
still
business.
Be in charge.
It'll be wind up being how WCW was back in the day.
Vince will be in charge. What?
Vince don't want to work for anybody. Vince don't want to work for anybody. Hell no, dude.
I mean, technically, he still does. It's still a private.
He works for shareholders, but I mean, he ain't working.
He's the main shareholder.
Company.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is the main shareholder. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't answer to anybody besides himself.
No, you're right. I don't think he ever wants to answer to anybody.
Why would you?
That's the reason why he has to.
If that was my business, dude, if I sold, I'm out. I'm going to some island in the middle of the water, and you ain't seeing me again. I'll take my billions of dollars and I'll go hide and have Amazon drone deliveries to me.
But you know what, though? It would be $1 billion transaction, though.
Put it this way. I can tell you this. Since Peacock gave them $5 billion just for 5 years of their product, you can say it's probably at least $20 to $30 billion. The company.
$30 billion now.
Why not?
They have a TV contract for $5 billion for 5 years. That's just a contract.
No, I tell you what reason why. You know what though? It would be worth that much just for WrestleMania alone. Just WrestleMania sells out every city's high bid WrestleMania, so that's the only reason why they will be worth that much.
It would be up there in value. It's very marketable and very profitable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. But I just it's still crazy the whole I just don't get it though. Sometimes they really.
No, I do think that Braun Strowman would be the get for AEW though. I do think that would be the guy.
I disagree with you, Ant. You know who's the get really? Who's really the get? Daniel Bryan.
They're not going to get Daniel Bryan.
That's the only get I can see. That's the get.
Who was the big surprise guy at Double or Nothing?
Braun Strowman is. Well, maybe not yet.
Who was the surprise guy at Double or Nothing?
We don't know. What was that?
Who was the surprise at Double or Nothing?
No big surprise. It was Leo Rush. That's who the only surprise was. It wasn't him. Well, I mean, you gotta understand too. They got already storylines going on right now too. So I mean, possibly, down the line. But right now, who knows? But he will be the get though, if you ask me. Braun Strowman maybe, but I don't see the. I honestly, for Braun Strowman, he'd be better off going to New Japan. And change his craft, change his style of wrestling. He'd be better off doing that, honestly. And if I was Braun Strowman, so we'll see.
We'll see. All right.
Oh, by the way, another thing, dude. Do you see the Lakers getting destroyed yesterday, man? 30 points by Phoenix.
I did see LeBron leave before the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I was going to bring up too, man. I mean, okay, it's one thing to get beaten by 30 points, but to leave 5 minutes before the game's over, I mean, I don't know if I've seen any big superstar do that. You know what I'm saying? I know some people maybe.
Didn't Scottie Pippen go and sit on the bench and sulk?
Yeah, he did.
No, he sat out because they gave it was Tony Kukoc. Instead of him taking the ball for the game-winning shot, they gave it to Tony Kukoc. Same he got pissed off at that and sat out.
Same thing.
Same energy. Same energy. Same energy. But
same energy, yeah.
This series is gonna decide the fate of mine and Chris's predictions for the finals.
Oh,
Chris did say Lakers. I said Suns. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
I don't know how you could talk about basketball right now, Pete, with our Knicks getting crushed.
What? Oh, the Knicks? How bad they are?
Disgusting, dude.
I think today.
You guys made it to the playoffs.
Actually.
You guys made it to the playoffs, just like Shannon Sharp said.
Yeah,
you guys made it to the playoffs.
We want to go like that. We want to go competitive, man. Not for you to get beat 4-1.
You were the trash team of the freaking century for the past like 10 years.
20.
20, yeah.
Like, be glad that you got to the playoffs. Shit.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Tonight will be the night, man. Oh, dude, by the way, Damian Lillard tore it up yesterday, man. 55 points.
Didn't they lose, though?
Tore it up.
Yeah, they lost still.
Yeah, it still lost.
Yeah, all the effort.
Points and they still lose.
All the effort. And for what? Nothing. But you know who did win, though? Kawhi! All right. This week in game subscriptions.
Hey, you didn't respond to Devin, man. What was the nose? And why he sounds hilarious, man?
I'm just always hilarious. I can't help it. It's just who I am. So, game subscriptions. Among Us is free on the Epic Game Store, and coming the next 2 weeks for Game Pass. This is E3 Lite because I know there's going to be surprises at E3 for the Xbox Game Pass. So, but all you have is For Honor is coming back, Darkest Dungeon, and then Backbone for PC. So, again, like I said, super light, but that's because we got the surprises coming on the 13th, almost 1 week away. Actually, it's 1 week away from tomorrow when the festivities begin, though.
Yep, pretty much.
Who's excited about this?
Tomorrow? I mean, a week from tomorrow, I'm going to have a little Comic-Con. It'll be
Comic-Con. Video games, bro. Video games.
Pete, pay attention.
E3. My bad.
Well, we're starting with the Summer Game Fest next Thursday, and what time is that at, Chris?
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. That's in the E3 predictions.
Sorry.
Calm down there, sir. All right, we got some housekeeping here. All right, so yes, we are definitely covering E3 next week. I will be covering all the events, so what's going on, at least most of them. You have, I might as well go through it now since Anthony was already getting ready to go through it. Guerrilla Collective, I'm not too sure about that one. Oh, which they may be, unless include Dying Light 2, Horizon Forbidden West. Okay, maybe. But that was June 5th. That's actually in 3 days. Wow.
Chris, go to the summergamefest.com. They actually have the dates and times for all the shows, even the E3 ones.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They haven't updated it with Nintendo's though, but we know when that is. So. Yeah.
All right. So, kickoff live will be June 10th, and then follow up by June 11th. Was it Geek Weekend? Netflix Geek Weekend.
So what that is they're gonna show and announce games shows or movies based off of games. So they're gonna probably show off the more detail about the Resident Evil Infinite, probably Devil May Cry, the Witcher spin-off anime. So there's like a lot of dude, Netflix is pounding it hard when it comes to game show content, which is awesome.
Right. Then you got Coach Primetime, which will be the developer who made you want to say Saints Row and Time Splitters and all that.
Right.
They're gonna have their
Dead Island.
Dead Island. Ooh, are they gonna come out with Dead Island too? We'll see. June 12th, Ubisoft Forward at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be doing that. June 13th. 1 p.m. Xbox and Bethesda Showcase. It will be 90 minutes long.
Fact.
Just full of stuff. June 16th. Whoa, no, that's actually afterwards.
Yeah, Nintendo's is the 15th.
Nintendo's the 15th, and that is at, I want to say noon. They normally are noon on Tuesdays. But what you're missing here is Sony. Yeah.
Did they announce something?
Nope.
Oh! I thought you said that. And then Steam is on June 16th. The Steam Fest.
Steam Fest, but unfortunately, I would not be covering the Steam Fest because that's when I go back to work.
And then EA Play for some reason, July 22nd.
They're not ready to show off what they have.
Yeah, well, Battlefield.
Battlefield is next week, so
yep, the 9th.
Yeah,
a week. What time is that at?
I don't know.
Because we might have to do a little live on the show.
Oh no, actually, Battlefield 6 reveal. Let's see here.
I want to say it's 9 o'clock at night, but
no, 10 a.m. 10 o'clock in the
okay.
morning. So that will be.
So we'll have all the news about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have the news about it. But
what's up, Thomas? What's up, Devin?
What's going on, Tom?
What up? All right, and it's moving on. So, Mr. Oscar Isaac has finally confirmed the fact that he is Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Which will be a Disney Plus series.
Hopefully it pushes a hard PG-13.
They'll probably push R. It needs to be rated R.
No, it'll probably push the and there's Pete. I'll probably push the envelope like how Falcon and Winter Soldier did.
That was a hard PG-13. I mean, with blood and everything. Yeah, like that was like definitely a hard PG-13. So, I mean, there's like camera tricks you could do to get away with still making something look violent and all that, but not actually, have like the intense gore and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, look at the fact of like what M. Night Shyamalan was able to do with Split and everything. That easily could have been a rated R movie.
Yeah, definitely.
But it ended up not being one.
Welcome back, Peter.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do think. I guess you guys talk about Moon Knight. I do think Oscar Isaac will be really good in that role. I think Moon Knight is a lot of people call him a Batman ripoff, like a Marvel's Batman, but I think he's a lot more than that, I feel like, in some ways. I think I described him before being he's kind of has multiple personality disorder, where he thinks he's four different people. And I think in that, and the way the new comics have done him is it's a lot of like psychological stuff. Like you don't know what's real and what's not. Like a lot of times he sees, you don't know if that's really, because he believes in this god named Khonshu, which is an Egyptian god. I think it's the god of vengeance, who tells him goes out there and stop these crimes and evil people from doing things. But you don't know if it's in his head or if it's for real. The way they do the comic book. So I'm hoping to kind of take that route, a much more darker route in that sense, if you're going to do this show. And I think Oscar Isaac is such an excellent actor, and he can pull it off. So if Moon is done properly, this could be a great show for Disney Plus. Something that I feel like a much more darker tone than previous shows. But I agree with you, Ann. I think Falcon Winter Soldier definitely had its dark tone, especially the whole U.S. agent thing. When John Walker killed that guy. So it's very possible he can do that, something like that.
Yeah. So we shall see. All right, moving on. So Sony, just go ahead and do it. We already know. Just release the goddamn trailer already. Release it already. So
I thought they were supposed to release it last Friday.
No, they're supposed to.
What happened to that?
Monday, and then it ended up being Tuesday, and then it ended up being we don't know yet.
Who do I have to talk to, Chris, about telling them to give me a birthday present tomorrow and release the Spider-Man trailer? Who do I got to talk to?
So I will say this: theaters have the trailer.
Okay.
Movie theaters have the trailer right now, which means they're ready to publish it. It's just a matter of when Sony actually releases it.
Give me the line to Kaz Harai. Let me go. I'll be like, yo, Kaz.
It is Tom Holland's birthday, by the way, I believe. So
yesterday.
I'm surprised they haven't released it for his birthday. You know, they've done that before. Disney. What's that?
They're waiting for my birthday.
I know tomorrow's your birthday, Aunt. And happy birthday, Aunt.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday, indeed. All right, so what do you guys want to know about this movie? So apparently I saw something today before the show that supposedly leaked the plot to the movie. How much do you guys want to know?
Go right ahead, Chris. Let us hear it. What's a rumored plot leak?
Let's go.
All right. So, or actually, you know what? I can just play the video. How about that?
There we go.
That's even better. Let's do it.
Let me go ahead and do this. Share my screen. Chrome tab. Go here. Hide him. Show this one. Go full screen. Now, this is just this guy is just mostly talking, but yeah.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. And today we have an insane plot leak, one that actually sounds pretty legitimate, but one that also makes me pretty mad, and I think will make a lot of fans mad as well if this actually happens in the movie, and if you stick around to the end, you'll see why. And I do have an update on that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. But first, big congrats to Gabe Vlogs for winning the Stormbreaker giveaway. He's been contacted and it's on his way to him. But I have a new giveaway starting very soon that I'll announce hopefully this week. It's one that I think you guys will really, really like. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So let's first talk real quick about the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer and when to expect it, because I got a little bit more information over the past couple of days. For starters, I actually talked to a local manager at my local theater, and he confirmed that they do have it. I also talked to some other people that I won't mention by name, but they have some pretty big contacts, and they have confirmed with these contacts, yes, the first teaser trailer is indeed finished and has been distributed to theaters. Now, as far as when it's going to drop, I couldn't get an actual release date, but it sounds like it could happen any day within the next 2 weeks. From what I understand, they really only send the trailers out when they're good to go and about to release to the public. So we are very, very close, and as always, if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to update everybody. And now we'll start with this plot leak, which again sounds really, really good, but I don't know if I want it. And after you hear the plot leak, you'll all have to let me know what you think about it in the comments down below so I can kind of feel the vibe for it. But it sounds very legitimate, and of course, as the teaser comes out and some people have actually seen it, we get more and more leaks, so it could be very legitimate. So let's dive right in. It says, Peter is on the run after the identity reveal in Spider-Man Far From Home. Ned and MJ are with him since they're accomplices to his crimes. And accomplices and crimes are both in quotes. It then says that Doctor Strange, at Happy's request, finds them in a homeless shelter undercover, where he brings them back to the Sanctum and tells them to lay low while he figures out a way to fix everything. There's actually a story in the comic line where Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, and Iron Man actually help erase the memory of Spider-Man / Peter Parker from everybody in the world. So Doctor Strange could definitely figure out a way to fix this whole identity crisis. But then it goes on to say, in the Sanctum, Peter comes across a sort of bigger on the inside prison where Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Sandman from the Raimi universe, and the Lizard and Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man universe are being held. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin manages to trick Peter into thinking that their universe's Spider-Man were corrupt and killed them, and tells them that Peter needs to release them so they can save their own universes. So Peter ends up freeing them and they escape into the city. It then says that Doctor Strange then shows up and tears Peter a new one. He explains that he had been holding them in this prison due to the instability in the multiverse connected to each dimension's Oscorp experimenting with interdimensional travel. And he says that Peter has a responsibility now to stop them. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin leads the villains to the MCU Oscorp building to try and steal prototype interdimensional technology. Peter tries to stop them, but he gets his butt kicked and thrown aside. Strange ends up rescuing him and says that they're going to need more help, and Strange and Peter travel into the Raimiverse and into the Amazing Spider-Man universe, and we see how the Peters are living after the conclusion of their series. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is married to MJ, and they have a daughter. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is now a college professor. And I would personally really love to see this. I would really love to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man with MJ having a kid living a somewhat normal life, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as a professor. I would love to see both of these, and I really hope this happens. Especially since we were going to get a fourth Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and never did. The plot leak goes on to say, through their connection to their home universes, the villains sense that their Spider-Men are likely on their way. They use the Oscorp device to open a one-way portal into the Amazing Spider-Man universe, with the Amazing Spider-Man Rhino barging through. The Sinister Six are Goblin, Ock, Sandman, the Lizard, Electro, and the Rhino. Willem Dafoe's Osborn realizes the way to open two-way portals and thus get back to their own universes is to power the Osborn device with a Stark power core. The Green Goblin ends up getting this device while the other Sinister Six distract the Spider-Man, allowing him time to get it from Stark Industries. The Sinister Six go to battle with all three Spider-Men at the Statue of Liberty. The Green Goblin plans on using the Statue of Liberty to open portals back to their own worlds and to trap the Spider-Man here, so they can no longer interfere with their plans in their own respective universes. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is beaten way harder than the other younger Spider-Man and ends up dying after the battle. And this is where I start to get kind of really mad and upset because I definitely don't want this to happen, but I'll talk about it more at the end. Norman Osborn's Green Goblin finally shows up at the end with the device and Ned. Norman Osborn activates the device, but they manage to stop him and protect Ned in a 2v1 fight with him. But the Green Goblin manages to miss the two Spider-Man with a pumpkin bomb and ends up killing Ned. Another part that I get really mad about. Tom Holland's Spider-Man nearly kills the Green Goblin, but Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man stops him from becoming a villain like them. The Sinister Six get locked back up in Strange's prison, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man attend Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's funeral in the Raimi universe, and then seemingly part ways. Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU ends up turning himself in, but he ends up being successfully defended from murder charges by his lawyer, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. However, his secret identity issue is not resolved as everybody still knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. One of the final scenes is of Tom Holland's Spider-Man going up to Ned's grave and talks about how he feels responsible for his death. It's at this point that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man shows back up in his universe, and he gives the responsibility talk to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Tom Holland's Spidey realizes that Ned, like Uncle Ben, Tony Stark, and Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, would want him to still be a hero. It then says that the final swing is of both Tom and Andrew's Spider-Man in the streets of the MCU, New York. Now, this plot leak overall sounds pretty cool. I like how everything is incorporated with the other two universes. I like the fact that the multiverse is already kind of falling apart and Strange.
So we'll pause it right there.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Some of it's plausible, some of it doesn't sound right.
Okay.
Yeah, some of it does sound like fan fiction.
Yeah, like they're not going to kill Ned. I'm just letting you know that they're not going to kill Ned.
Why not?
They're not going to kill Ned because he's a kid, dude. They're not going to kill a kid. I'm telling you right now. They won't kill, dude. Disney ain't going to kill a kid.
They're not going to kill a kid.
They'll kill parents.
This is Sony. This is a Sony movie. Let's not forget.
Yeah, but Feige's still the one behind it, and he's not going to kill a kid. I'm just telling you right now.
He's not a kid. He's like practically, he's
in high school.
Guy's probably in his 20s
a kid,
already.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure they graduate. They're probably almost graduated high school, aren't they?
No, they're still in high school.
Actually, no. 5 years has passed. They're done.
Oh, this is 5 years after?
Yeah. Remember? No. Like the blip.
Yeah, but they went back to the same grade they were in. Spider-Man got blipped. He's still back in like 9th grade, 10th grade.
Okay. I think Ned got blipped too.
Yeah.
Ned got blipped too. Remember? Get in the same class.
I don't know. Either way.
That's the first thing.
If you can pull this off, Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I don't buy Scorpion and Vulture not being in the Sinister Six. Like what's the point of the end of the movie if you don't have them in there?
Yeah, honestly, Michael Keaton as Vulture should be in it. He was in the original Sinister Six anyway in the comic books, the Vulture.
And
so
they had the whole end scene
like,
between him and Scorpion. It wouldn't even make any sense to not like. So what? We're just throwing that out the window.
This is also something we're talking about here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it sounds a little convoluted too.
A little bit. It does. I mean, if they can, I mean, it does sound something that could be really awesome too. In the same time, you know, what I'm saying something that it can really be pretty awesome if they can pull it off. And if they do it this way, yeah, definitely. Tommy McGuire dying though, that would be a pretty like really gut punch scene though.
It would be gut punch, but it's like they usually take the guy that has a wife and kid and kills them, right? Tony Stark.
You're wrong there, man. Let's make it like a character that literally has everything and just take everything away from him. You know, let's just do that. Yeah.
I mean, we already got punched by Tony Stark, so.
What's up, Angela? By the way,
and I know when we watch Black Panther 2, dude, that's gonna be a gut punch. The whole like Chadwick thing, like you're gonna be like balling, dude, when they do like whatever they're gonna do for Chadwick.
Tribute to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something nice saying for him. You know, something nice, like kind of like what they did Fast and Furious did for Paul Walker. Kind of what like Fast and Furious did for Paul Walker. They do something like that.
That was really cool. What they did for Paul Walker at the end.
Yeah, they did. It was really
did
awesome.
Star Trek ever do anything for Anton? If they make another one, they should do something for him.
They should.
Because that was really sad too.
That was very sad.
He was actually in the third one. I thought
he was.
Yeah,
I think he was. Yeah,
yeah.
I think he was.
I think that was one of his last movies.
Yeah, that was really tragic.
What do you think about this Spider-Man stuff, Chris?
I'm for it. To be honest with you.
Do you think it would be confusing for the moviegoer, the average moviegoer, not the nerd?
I mean, at this point, if you're seeing a Spider-Man movie, and like it's connected to the other movies, well, why would you go into this movie knowing the fact there's ones previous before it? That's like me going in to see a Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World 2. And not seeing the first one, or not knowing what's happening.
Well, what if I seen the first two Spider-Man movies in the MCU? What if I watched Homecoming and then I watched Far From Home, and now I'm going to this? Don't you think like that seems like a big like?
It may be, but maybe they'll be inspire you to go back to rewatch the other ones.
Oh, I'm already inspired. I'm just saying.
But man, to that argument. They did do Infinity Wars, and I feel Infinity Wars, if you haven't watched any of the previous MCU movies, you won't understand what the hell's going on. And that was really far-fetched, that whole – so was Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you have to watch the other movies to actually understand that movie, to understand the Infinity Wars and Endgame. Also, Sony did release Into the Spider-Verse, and that was a very big success, I thought. So I don't see why they want to take a chance like this. You know what I'm saying?
I am going to throw this out there. The one thing that he never mentioned in the plot, and I do think we're going to see in this movie, I think we will see Miles Morales in some fashion in this movie.
Probably.
Possibly. So, yeah, you possibly
and I think that. I think that's kind of a big thing, and I'm pretty shocked that it wasn't mentioned in the plot leak.
But at the same time, you can do Miles Morales could do a standalone movie by himself. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to do that.
He would do a standalone movie. This would be the introduction.
They already talking about doing a Craven movie. They're already talking about doing like Craven.
Oh God, that casting is horrible too. I don't even remember if I was on here to talk about it.
You see this?
How's that terrible?
Dude, that guy sucks. Go watch Godzilla. That guy sucks.
Go watch Tenet. He was in that. He was fine.
Different.
Yeah, he was good in Tenet, actually.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I first of all, he's Quicksilver, so you can't be in the same universe as two different heroes. It would be
you can't. Should we say the same thing about what's her face, and who showed up in two different times, in Civil War and in freaking Luke Cage? Should we go ahead and talk about that?
Luke Cage isn't canon.
It definitely did happen.
Oh,
Luke
but
Cage
it was
isn't canon. Luke Cage isn't canon.
But it was canon.
In somebody's mind, it was, but it's not canon.
It was canon. Thomas, are three Spidey similarly powered? Almost yes, except for
Tobey Maguire actually shoots spider from his body.
Yeah.
Toby's organic.
Where the other two were like they made their own Spidey shooters.
Yeah.
Other than that, they all have the same powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all have the same. Yeah, pretty much. But I you know what though? It'll be pretty awesome if this is what what the movie's gonna be. There are some questions, of course, like some things that we, of course, that we're questioning. But overall, though, from what it sounds like, I mean, that sounds like like more of a fan fiction. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came up with this and wrote this. A lot of times I feel like fans do this, and movie like the studios do something completely different. But this sounds pretty awesome. I think it definitely could work. And like I said, I think the whole Tobey Maguire, if that does happen, man, that'll be huge. That'll be a pretty huge gut punch for all these people watching that. You know what I'm saying? So not being a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Since you're going to talk about Luke Cage being canon, I watched Daredevil. Freaking Matt Murdock ain't getting shit off on murder charges. I'm going to tell you that right now. Matt Murdock loses all the time.
Yeah, he's not that good of a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
We'll see what happens.
About Matt Murdock, he always had like pre bono kind of shit, right? He's like a small time lawyer. So like if he was to do this, he had to be a big time lawyer to get something like that right?
I do think though that trying to wipe everybody's mind of Spider-Man is a cool plot thing. Because there's so much in that could go wrong.
Oh, for Doctor Strange?
Yeah. Because he could really mess up everything by doing that. And another thing that's like far fetched, he just happens to come across this prison, and Doctor Strange doesn't know that he's going to do this, even though he has the time stone and can see everything. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I just hope that don't get me wrong. I suspend my belief when I'm watching Doctor Strange stuff because it's ridiculous, but. Yeah. I just hope it's not full of trying to do too much. Let's just say that. Let's leave it at that. Just don't try to do too much.
I do think though this movie probably will have some sort of multiverse thing going on. I mean, of course, they already say that Dr. Octopus, Jamie Foxx Electra is going to be there. So there are things where I feel this is going to happen. I'm not sure exactly the way it's described here, but I do feel that's where they're going with this movie. So you are going to see that. And already the next Doctor Strange movie is already teasing the whole multiverse anyway. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure you are going to see this. And
that was going to be my other question.
I think it's going to be pretty awesome.
Where in the line does this take place? This is going to be right before Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the movie right after this is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So Doctor Strange is in March, and this is in December.
Okay, so it's Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man.
Yep, and then Doctor Strange.
Multiverse. Okay. So
wow.
While we're on Marvel, a week away from Loki dropping, that's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, that was actually a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I segue?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
That's a good segue, Ant.
Thank you. 1 week away.
What do you guys? I mean, this could also be like another multiverse kind of thing within itself.
So this already is a multiverse, actually, because that's not the Loki that we last saw. That is the multiverse Loki.
Yeah.
That's from a different timeline, Loki.
Yeah, so I mean, things are going to get pretty confusing and pretty haywire. 1 week from today, we'll be reviewing the first episode. Dun, dun, dun.
All I gotta say is, I've watched a couple of the little snippets, and Owen Wilson's freaking Owen Wilson, and it's great. It's exactly what I would want. Go ahead.
Let me ask. You know what's funny, Ant? You never were a fan of Owen Wilson. Now you're getting all excited for Owen Wilson.
I was a fan of one character of Owen Wilson's. He's kind of acting
from Meet
the
the
same
Parents?
way. Yes, Meet the Parents, dude. That character was hilarious. And I liked I Spy. I Spy's a great movie.
Behind Enemy Lines was also a great movie.
Never seen it.
Wow.
No, he did not like. No, trust me, Chris. When I say he did not like Owen Wilson, he did not like Owen Wilson.
Hold on.
Because I remember Beyond Enemy Lines was in the theater, and Anthony was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch that movie." Owen Wilson, what? You know him?
No, there's definitely some movies that I don't like him in, but it's probably
Wedding Crashers.
Oh, Wedding Crashers is fantastic.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like Armageddon.
Okay.
Not a fan of Rush.
Oh, he's an Armageddon.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Rushmore.
Never watched
You never liked those movies at all,
dude. Like it's movies like Royal Tannenbaum, like that, or like Life Aquatic. Like I don't like those movies at all, and like those are the movies where I'm just like, that's why like I don't like them. But dude, like what's
the director's name again?
Oh, I don't know, but like I Spy's great. Like that's a great. Oh, Wes Anderson.
What about Night in Museum?
Wes Anderson.
I like Night at the Museum.
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah, I'm just looking through. Like, dude, he's like hit or miss, but like at his funny comedy, like that's the character he's playing in this movie. Yeah. Like where he has like the like the meet the parents. They're like, oh, you're good old JC, we're boys.
Wow, that's so great. Wow, so great. He does that old stuff. He does his wow so much. But Owen Wilson is the thing about Owen Wilson. He plays he's always Owen Wilson. I feel like in anything, so he's kind of like
that's what it is. That's the character he's playing in Loki. Exactly, dude, and that's the character he's playing in Loki. He's playing that
always Owen Wilson. He's never anything but Owen Wilson.
That's what sells.
It's like
for
Nick
Owen
Cage.
Wilson.
Nick Cage is always Nick Cage.
I mean, a lot of people are just themselves. Ryan Reynolds is just literally himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can tell you somebody that comes to my mind that is not always themselves. He has passed since, but why can't I think of his name? From Along Came Polly and Capote.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, thank you. That guy is a chameleon, dude. He you see him and he's completely different, and like that's amazing. Like people that can do that, like Andy Serkis, I know a lot of his stuff's animation, but dude, like that guy's pretty amazing too.
Yeah.
Like there's just some actors that
Gary Oldman's another guy too.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman, definitely chameleon. Another one.
Is he
Thomas, so much opportunity for Loki. I kind of. Well, Gary Oldman?
Yeah, is he though?
Probably his earlier work. He was his earlier work. Like if you've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, or True Romance, or what was it, Air Force One, or Professional. Different accents, different characters. Sometimes pretty crazy characters. I guess that's some similarities.
I mean,
but answering Thomas,
if you go from Fifth Element to like, sure, one of the movies you mentioned, like, sure, okay, I can see that. But nowadays, it's more or less the fact of the same thing.
No, but I think that's good about one thing. Good about Gary Oldman, does a lot of different accents, which is pretty impressive. Like some actors can't even do an accent right. He can do like a Russian accent. He can do an American accent. He can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very talented, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Going to Tom's question, so much opportunity for Loki. I kind of agree with that. I think Loki could be a really awesome kind of Marvel's version of Doctor Who, going to different worlds, seeing different things. It could be really cool, like in that aspect. So I definitely think there's a lot of good. I think it'd be very. If they do it right, it could be very successful.
Yeah. Hopefully. How many episodes is this? 6?
Think 6, yeah.
6, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Should be more. 6 seems short.
But I think
keep it short.
Let them toy with it. I don't mind 6 because let them toy with it, see how good they do it, and maybe more seasons where they can, do more stuff with it.
Yeah.
What's our next Marvel show after this? I know it's probably What If, but when's the next actual Marvel show? Is that going to be Hawkeye?
Miss Marvel? Hawkeye and Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel.
Or She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk's coming up too. But yeah, I can't wait for all those to come out.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah.
So, moving on.
Definitely new superheroes, so that'll be cool.
Moving on. So, I don't know. Do we really need a Joker 2?
No.
Warner Brothers has now signed Todd Phillips to pen and direct a Joker 2.
The problem
if Joaquin Phoenix is in a movie, I'm okay with it.
The problem is though with
Joaquin Phoenix needs to be in a movie.
Is the way the first one was made. It was a definitive open and shut movie, and then you're going to compare it to the first one, and can it live? Can a second Joker movie live up to the first one? That's my question.
No,
I agree.
Probably not.
So we're gonna try to make a movie that we're automatically, because this is how our minds work, we're gonna be like, okay, is it as good as the first? Because that's when you make a sequel, that's exactly what we're gonna do. I just don't see it.
You know what made Joker so good? The first one. It's the fact that by the end of it, you don't know if it was in his head or if it really happened. Because at the end scene of the movie, you see him was a psychiatrist or whatever, and he's like laughing about it. And you don't know if he actually thought it was all in his head or just all that stuff happened. I think that movie leaves you kind of like it's a movie where like you don't know like. Well, you don't remember that part?
Now you're making me go back and try to look this.
No, like in the end scene, like you see him in the end scene, like he's in this white room, and he's like laughing. And the psychiatrist or whoever was the therapist is like, yeah. I know, but it still leaves you kind of. It's very. I think it's a very. What's the word I'm looking for? You don't know like who to root for, who not to root for. You know he does a lot of bad things. Joaquin Phoenix Joker. You know he does bad things, but sometimes it almost leaves it kind of very like. I mean, you don't know if you should feel sorry for him or you should feel. Something like he's a bad person. He's doing this. It's kind of leads. It's such a good movie in that sense that it leads you kind of very like, oh man, like you don't know, like, and it's very indecisive on how to take that movie. A lot of people take it differently.
Well, I think that's what makes it great. In fact, we failed him as a society.
Society failed him, but at the same time, society failed him. But then you kind of was like, would he become the Joker though? Would he always become that Joker, or was it because of society failing him? It's kind of one of those things we don't,
I mean, some people are always on the break of them snapping and whatnot, and then they just becoming that. But in fact, if like people in society turn their back on a person like that and keep pushing down the wrong path, then they eventually will break, and that eventually will end up happening. And yes, it does have a similar gritty tone as the Robert Pattinson's Batman, but will it be that? But will it connect? I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, he would be pretty old by that point, right?
Yeah. Well, 1981, and then this one.
When's the Batman take place?
I thought it was 1980s. I think
it's in the 90s, actually.
80s or 90s?
It's supposed to be in the 90s, actually.
Oh, okay.
So very possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be that much older then.
You did see those people, like that gang. Remember in the trailer, you see that gang with like like face paint on? Why they're face paint? Are they like kind of Joker's disciples? You know what I'm saying? Disciples of the Joker? I don't know. Very cool, So we don't know, but I don't know. It's such a movie, the first one. It got nominated for a damn Academy Award. I don't know if you really want to do a sequel just to do a sequel, just to make more money. It's kind of one of those things where, like, just let it be. It's such a great movie that you just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, where can it go after this? Where can it go after this? Is this going to be just straight up him being Joker? I mean, can it go that route? I don't know. Maybe.
It would
possibly,
have to be.
Right? Yeah. I mean, because the first one's an origin story. This one maybe it's just more him being just like maybe a serial killer. I don't know. I mean, it could take that role. But if it's Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips doing a movie, I definitely have some. It could be still good. So we'll see.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. Before we get to our video game stuff, got more movie things. Oh, M. Night Shyamalan is back. Came out a new trailer.
React.
Yeah, it is. He straight up Joker. He will not foil. True. All right. Trailer act.
No kids allowed on the beach? What?
Hold on.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
We never leave each other. Nothing separates us.
Are we there yet? You said 5 minutes. Technically, it's been more than 5 minutes.
Let's just all start slowing down. Wow. Do you believe I found this online?
I guess it's not that secret a beach.
Whoa! Who would leave this? From the hotel! They're so rusted!
What's happening?
Found stuff from the hotel in the sand.
Ready or not, here we come! What happened to her, Mom?
I don't know.
What happened to her?
The body has decomposed.
How quickly can that happen?
7 years.
But she just died.
Wait, where are the kids?
Trent!
Kara!
Come here!
Hey, have you seen my children?
Mom? I'm right here.
Dad, why are you looking at me like that? What's happening to us?
My daughter just turned 6 2 weeks ago.
Mom?
Whatever's happening to us is happening very fast.
You have wrinkles. There's something wrong with this beach.
What's happening?
Mom! 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 I'm scared! We have to get off this beach!
People are blacking out going this way.
If she makes it to the ledge, she might have a chance.
Why is she stopping? Why is she stopping? Kara, wake up! Wake up!
They had to know what this place does.
I don't know! You're lying!
Look!
What is that?
A message.
We never leave each other. Nothing separates us.
We're connected to something bigger.
Oh no. We're here for a reason.
I mean, I need to know what happened. I just need to know.
M.
So
Night
what's the
Shyamalan
twist?
is back.
I just had like he's the trailer master. Let me just tell you, that dude could cut and edit a trailer like no one's business.
But then when you watch him, you're like, oh yeah, well, why did I watch this again?
No, I mean he did great with like the trilogy he did.
Yeah, Split was excellent.
I really like Split. Split was really good.
Yeah,
Split was really good.
So Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Glass. I'll be honest. I can't really say it.
it's pretty good. I recommend
Unbreakable's
watching it.
okay.
Yeah.
Glass.
Yeah.
Unbreakable's okay. I'll get but he's very hit and miss. I feel as a director, he really is.
I agree with that, but he definitely
because what the
the other
Happening really
trailers,
is terrible.
The last bad
Happening's
movie
terrible.
last bad movie he did was, I'd say probably Airbender, but then
What about After Earth?
okay, After Earth was terrible as well. But then you come back with what's his face, Split, and then you do The Visit, and then you do Glass.
I heard The Visit was real good.
Yeah, The Visit was great.
Yeah, I heard it was real good.
So
I don't know. I'm just kind of like that. I want to know the twist because I know there's a twist. There has to be something.
That's what I'm saying. He gets you with that damn trailers, man. Man,
and I know that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to lure people in there, being like, "Okay, come on, you got to find out what's this all about, right? Why get it old? Why did it get old so quick? What is it?" So, but I don't know. I mean, it definitely. I'll give you something. The movie definitely looks something different, though, because I never remember a movie where it, like, has this plot line. You know, like people on the beach and they get really old really quick, or like
it's called Interstellar.
Interstellar, but on the beach.
That's funny.
Oh well, there you go.
But I mean,
that's a good question, actually. That's actually a good question. They get progressively old, and if the clothes still fit on them, that actually is pretty good. Wouldn't it just rip right off? Yeah, it's true.
But it's also a PG-13 movie, so why would?
How
could you really?
I'm just saying, though, but still, like.
I mean, the Hulk clothes still fit, right?
It's the same argument as the Hulk, though. It's the same argument with the Hulk. Like Bruce Banner's Hulk, he goes from like being wimpy Bruce Banner to being the Hulk, and yes, he still has his pants on. Like if it's really Hulk,
he didn't. Right I thought he didn't in the first one.
Around.
Yeah, he didn't in the first one.
They probably had like he probably had like Tony Stark make him some stretchy pants or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a really stretchy pants right there, man.
Hey, man.
I mean, look.
Tony Stark figured out time travel, man. He's probably can figure out really stretchy pants. Just saying.
I give you that. I'll give you that.
Just saying.
Oh gosh. All right. Moving on. Let's do this. Since I didn't do the video, I'll go ahead and do a review for it right now. A Quiet Place 2 review. I'm gonna be as spoiler free as I can because I knew these two gentlemen over here did not see it.
Yes.
Quiet Place 2 was excellent.
Better than the first one?
Better than the first one.
Whoa! That's a bold statement.
First, you had my curiosity. Now you got my attention.
Better than the first one.
Better than the first one.
I'm gonna say this. Okay. I'm gonna say this right now. I posted this as a status after I first saw it. John Krasinski needs to direct a pilot episode of The Last of Us. 100%. Anthony, do you remember the beginning of The Last of Us?
Yes.
That was literally the beginning of this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the scenes, the Super Bowl TV spot that we've seen, where the fact like everything's being like trampled or whatever, and there's a one shot of Emily Blunt like putting in reverse and going backwards, and you see the monster coming out in front. Everything was so tense and just like on the edge of your seat. It's just like you don't know what was happening, what was going on, because by the end of the movie, ladies and gentlemen, we still don't know what's going on. We still don't know, but it was. Oh man, he did a great job. Everyone did amazing job. Like the acting, the directing, everything coexisted together in a way. And like by the end of it, you're like, "Holy crap! I want to watch that again." It's only an hour and a half. They tell you a story, get out, and leave it at that.
That's you know what though. That's a positive sometimes.
Yeah.
A short story.
Yeah.
Short story. You progress the story, even though it may not be for much for people. You may have wanted more, but for what we got, I'm glad of what we got.
But you know what the thing about it is, you know, he's gonna make another one. He's gonna try to do another movie because
there's
I feel like
Easter eggs in this movie that will actually hint towards a third one.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
but you know what though, he writes it, right, and he directs it, and his wife stars in it.
Yeah.
So this is all his. This is his baby, pretty much. So like he can pretty much. But you know what though? Like, so let me ask you one thing, Chris, about the movie. Does it expand the universe? Does it expand the whole universe of this?
When you say expand, what do you mean by that?
I mean, okay, so you're getting more characters, you know, introduced than the first one. The first one was pretty much them, right? You see more characters, or more like, okay, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of expanding.
The first minutes, you see more people than you ever see in the whole entire movie. Because the first few minutes literally is like normal life. They're going to a baseball game. They're going to like the boys' baseball game and whatnot. John Krasinski gets some fruit, and he's walking down to the game, and they're all sitting there having a good time. Cillian Murphy is there, and then in the stands and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, you just see something like in the sky, just like an asteroid coming down, and you're like, "What the hell is that? Like, what's going on? Hey, maybe we should pack up and leave." Yeah, let's go ahead and leave. And they all leave, and then nothing but chaos erupts. And then you start to feel like, what the hell is going on? What's happening? And then you start understanding the fact that they hunt you by noise and things like that. People try to stay quiet as they can. Like literally, there was a restaurant that they all ran into. It's like probably maybe 20 to 30 people in there, and they're all quiet. And all of a sudden, someone sneezed, and that thing just bursted right through, and like pretty much killed everyone in there. Like, it is intense, and nothing held back. No character is safe. Nothing.
That's cool. That's good.
Not even the baby is safe.
Oh wow!
Damn.
But in the same time, though, realistically, that would happen if these monsters were like hear noise. That would happen. So,
like, this great movie, fantastic movie to go back to the movie theaters to go see, 100%.
Do you think? Do they have a name for these creatures anyway?
No. Like,
you see,
as far as universe wise, there's nothing that was more than what we were already given.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
But it's funny though, because it seems these things are kind of like the new xenomorphs. You know what I'm saying?
In a way,
the new form. In a way, because they're really scary, frightening, and they like come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like they're new age xenomorphs for our generation, for this generation, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, all credit to John Krasinski, man. He's done a great job with this because he's created a franchise that will continuously ask for more and more movies. And I heard that this did really well in the box office.
$67 million this past weekend?
The weekend?
Yeah.
You know, I know that's nothing. I know a lot of people are really like, oh, but dude, pandemic era, that's good money right there. Really good money.
I'm pretty sure they already made back their money already. I'm very sure of that.
Yeah, because they don't have a big cast. They don't have like a big name actor. So
no, and the fact that like, okay, so Cillian Murphy is in it, and Digimon Hansu is in it, but only for a little bit. There's one more scene I would like to talk about. There's a scene in the movie where it's dark and it's kind of like on the boat docks and whatnot. And then these two people were trying to like sneak it onto the boat or something like that. But in the process, they ended up getting like jumped by a group of people who already actually are on the docks, and they got jumped by like the crafty how they did this. They ended up tying bells around on the ropes and whatnot and putting it around someone, and then they went to the other person. So the fact that like that person cannot make noise who got the bells wrapped around them, otherwise the monster will come and kill them. while the people who were jumping them, they're like, oh, we're go ahead and take this person and take their belongings and whatnot, while this person struggles to breathe and try not to make a noise with the bells on. That was just intense within itself as well. That reminded me of Last of Us as well.
I thought the thing that what made the first one so great, he brought a whole new introduced a whole new type of horror by noise. And I think that's why I really liked the first one so much, because I felt it definitely brought a whole new like type of horror by noise, just by noise at all. And I feel now it's like everything, and that's why I say it made it so great, because it's just the quietness and then like a little noise here there, people jump. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes this movie so great. And yeah, props to him, man. That's why I think in my point of view, I wouldn't mind him directing Fantastic Four and him being Mr. Fantastic, because I think if he can do great movies like that, he can definitely do a good comic book movie. I feel like so.
Yeah. Oh man.
But his wife doesn't like comic book movies, so who knows?
She says that. We'll see. So Andrew Garfield said he's not even in Spider-Man of No Way Home. So if he appears as Spider-Man, guess what? He's a freaking liar.
Well, hold on. He said he didn't get the call.
He got an email.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. Just spin it.
Hold on.
So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear this movie did really well, and I'm glad this movie is really good. So, Chris, best movie of the year so far for you?
So far, yes, 100%.
All right.
Even better than let's see, what came out on HBO Max?
Nothing came out this year. What else came out?
If you want to say Zack Snyder's Justice League, if that's what you're saying.
No, I'm thinking what came out.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
No, how about the people or the whatever what is it, the Devil Wish Me Dead or something?
That's this Friday, sir.
Or that's
the what? No, I'm talking about the Angelina Jolie movie. What was that?
Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Those Who Wish Me Dead. Okay, yeah. Sorry, getting two titles mixed up. Better than that?
Quiet Place is definitely better than that.
Better than Judas and the Black Messiah?
I enjoyed it more.
Okay. I do see that your library has that movie, so I will be watching that shortly.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Whoa. So Quiet Place, best movie so far, best movie of the year. Wow. Okay.
So far, as of right now, it is.
Black Widow hasn't come out yet.
Or Fast and Furious 9 hasn't come out yet.
I'm all over Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah. So am I? I'm actually renting out a theater.
Really?
Yeah.
What? When are you doing that?
June 27th.
I won't be down.
I'm seeing it before then anyway.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I forgot this in housekeeping. Next week. Let me double check this. I'm seeing something early. I got early screening to something.
What?
Double checking this real quick.
Did you say early screening?
Early screening.
Who do you get that, Chris? Who do you know?
Next Friday, I have an early screening for Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Oh, that's badass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He knows people.
Yeah. So Kenna knows people.
Nacho Libre wise. Anyway, God of War 2 has been delayed, and there's a chance that Horizon 2 may be delayed as well. Not surprised. It's COVID.
Also, God of War 2 and Gran Turismo both announced for PS4.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Some people aren't, like Ryan. But
they should believe in generations. You know, I believe in I don't believe in generations. I believe in being able to have the access to all my video games I purchase.
Exactly. Why not?
I'm glad Sony's jumping on that bandwagon, because that's a good bandwagon to jump on.
Like, why not to be like, hey, yeah, we have a whole entire fan base of people. Why not cater it to them as well?
I agree 100%. And their games, their first party games, they sell well, but they don't sell to everybody. So there's still a big portion of people that haven't played them. So
yeah, like I've never played Neo.
Exactly. So there's people that haven't played them, and it's you should make them available for people that might want to go back and play them.
Exactly.
So, what big titles are coming out this year for PS5 though? And out of
Ratchet and Clank, as of right now. Oh, and
that's it. Nothing else.
Deathloop.
Yeah, Deathloop from Bethesda.
Well, we don't know this too because we still have E3 coming up, so they might have some big reveal or something.
Nah, I doubt it, since they're not doing an E3 conference.
Ooh, yikes! Okay.
Well, they'll have third-party stuff. So they got Deathloop coming. They also have what was the other Bethesda game they had exclusive?
That was the only one.
No, they had two.
It's not Back for Blood. No, that's not. That's all consoles.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. I thought
Ghostwire Tokyo. That was the other one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. So they have both of those coming. That will be exclusive for a year, I believe.
Probably, yeah. I think they're console exclusive though, aren't they?
Isn't Final Fantasy VII like Volume 2 coming out in December?
Nope.
Oh, that got pushed as well?
Nope. I don't think that was actually even had a release date.
Oh.
Because they're advertising the PS5 version of Part 1.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
This month. I don't think there's.
Well, sometimes like I know people don't like hearing delays, but I mean delays definitely make a game better.
It depends.
For instance, let's talk about what was that game last year that came out with Keanu Reeves?
Cyberpunk that sure got delayed for a whole entire another year.
Cyberpunk, yeah.
That's still not even a fully functional game.
Nope.
They still don't even have it on the PlayStation Store.
Nope.
Because it's trash still.
Yep.
And in fact, they just pushed their roadmap back like 6 months. So I don't know, man. That's crazy. And the crazy part of it is 13 million people bought that game.
Yeah.
Like that's just bonkers to me.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Like I don't know. Like
that is pretty, yeah.
Did you get a refund for it?
No, because I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait.
I hope Starfield comes out this year, but that will be Xbox exclusive. So, well, Xbox and PC, but yeah.
Yeah. Xbox, Microsoft exclusive. We'll just say that.
Yeah, Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, man. This upsets me.
I'm surprised you're not chiming in on Microsoft.
What are you talking about? Well, are we doing E3 predictions still?
Yeah, right here.
Yes, you get my 2 cents right here. Pete.
There it is.
I knew it was coming. That's why. No reason to chime in yet. So
you're saving the moment, weren't you? You're
savoring it. So I don't know what Cook Media is bringing on Friday.
Yes.
I don't really know what Jeff Keighley's doing on Thursday. There's not like to me when you say, okay, I have all these sponsors, but we're only gonna have 10 premieres. Who's it from? You named 50 sponsors.
Was it 50? I thought it was more than. No, it had to be more than that.
Well, they said they only said 10 world premieres, right? On the kickoff show.
I thought there was more than that.
I have to go back and look. But I guess you could say Ubisoft is on Saturday will be the let me answer Thomas real quick. Yeah, so Starfield and besides the contractual obligations they have for Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, when Microsoft bought Bethesda, all of the future Bethesda games, probably minus, I'm guessing, online ones like Fallout 76 and TSO, or ESO, sorry, are going to be Xbox ecosystem exclusive.
All right, let's see. What did they?
So what was that? Summer Game Fest? Oh, I still have the page open. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 35 sponsors at the bottom, and I thought they said that they were only doing. Is it in the video?
No, it's not in the video. I'm scrolling down on their Twitter feed. Don't see it. Don't see it. 30 partners. And God dang it.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here. I don't know. What are the dates for Summer Game Fest? Can I co-stream? Yes, we welcome co-streaming of SSJ. Sign up here as an official co-streamer.
Oh well, whatever.
But so what I thought, what I thought I read. What was that?
I thought it was like 15 or 18 or something like that.
Okay, but even at that, when you have they've announced 35 partners, so which partners are showing games there? I'm gonna guess Xbox is gonna show.
What's your predictions, Ant? Like, what do you think?
For Summer Game Fest, I think you'll see one Xbox game there. I don't know what, but I think you'll see one PlayStation game there.
Well, predict, Ant. Let's hear predictions. Let's see what do you think is gonna.
What do I think Xbox is not gonna save for their showcase and give away there?
Yeah.
Or what if they tease something and say like, stay tuned for Monday or the Sunday?
Yeah.
Xbox conference. I probably think they're gonna do that.
I was gonna say, that might be a good time to show off. So they have a game coming out. That's from the old studio lead of who made what the hell's the name of that game? The Heavy Rain and Quantic Dream.
Quantic Dream.
That was the name of the studio. So their old studio head is they started an independent studio, and Microsoft's funding their first game, and it's called as Dusk Falls. I could see that kind of a game being on this kind of a showcase, because I feel like that kind of a game might ruin the flow of their 90-minute showcase. So I could see that being shown here, or I could see Game Pass announcements. That's a good place to put your Game Pass announcements. Get a little hype.
Take a shot, guys. You said Game Pass. Take a shot.
Sweet, no problem. What's up? Where is this?
What was that?
You say Game Pass. Sorry.
My bad.
Take a shot.
I don't even. Where's your shot, Pete?
There you go.
I don't see Pete taking shots. He's talking all this shit, not taking any shots.
I don't got no shot. I got no alcohol. I'll get some next week. Okay, I'll have some alcohol next week.
All right.
How about Perfect Dark? You don't see that being in the showcase?
No. That won't even show any gameplay of that this year. That was a Gatorade Get Hype announcement, but now you're not going to see it for a year or two.
That was a Metro Prime 4 announcement, and you're not going to see it for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. All the companies do that though.
Well, okay, so yeah, say for instance, God of War 2.
Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all they just want to give you something to go home with, but you shouldn't expect to see that game for at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Whenever they
You see,
go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I think Nintendo's going to have since I'm the Nintendo guy, Nintendo's going to have an announcement. I think they're definitely going to announce Breath of the Wild 2.
Well, they are. Okay, so they're going to have their own conference on Tuesday. It's going to be 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to show there?
I think we're going to show footage of Breath of the Wild 2. Little footage, but they're going to show footage.
I'll do you one better. Breath of the Wild 2 will release this year with the Pro 2, Switch Pro.
Ooh, I like that. That's a bold statement. Now that's what I want to see. Some bold statement right there. Bold.
4 hours, was it 3 or 4 hours of Treehouse after the freaking conference? Yeah,
What's the name of that Pokemon game that's coming out?
Has to release something big. They have to release some big title.
I know
and you're right though.
Like,
they have
I think they got that out of the way. They announced that out of the way so it doesn't interfere with the 40-minute thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they have
does Pokemon Arceus have a release date?
November.
I thought that was a different game. No. Okay, so I'm on the Pokemon page. Pokemon Arceus, the one that looks like Breath of the Wild. Yeah. The release date's January 28th, 2022. That's when Switch Pro drops. Same day as Pokemon. Pokemon sells systems.
So does Zelda. Zelda brought the Switch out.
That's true.
Switch Pro. Let me tell you something right now. And Breath of the Wild 2, it'll be day one for you, dude. You're buying day one, Breath of the Wild 2.
I'll buy it day 2. You're right. I'll buy it day 2. I'll buy it day 2.
And it's 35-year anniversary of Zelda, so they're gonna have to do something that's Zelda-esque. So I feel like it's not gonna be Skyward Sword.
What are you talking about, Pete? They're releasing Skyward Sword HD, baby, for $60. When it looks like they barely even up the graphics. Yeah, take a shot to that, Chris. Take 2 shots to that, because that's some hot garbage. That's what that shit is.
More. They gonna have to be like, hey, Breath of the Wild 2, we're gonna show some footage. We're gonna have a good release date. I mean, they had time, man, so they're gonna have to give you that. Hell, man, get hype moment for you will be Metroid Prime 4, but who knows when that will come out.
They ain't gonna show me any Metroid Prime. If anything, they're only gonna give me an HD remake of the trilogy, and God knows it's Nintendo, so $120 you'll have to freaking pony up for that shit.
You'll still buy it though, HD.
I won't.
You'll still buy the trilogy. Yeah, you would. Yeah,
So Chris, I gotta ask you:
You'll buy that trilogy.
Do you like the old Nintendo fan Anthony or the anti-Nintendo Anthony?
Oh, this new anti-Nintendo Anthony is freaking on point.
Anyways, so I never finished Pokemon games, but I am really actually interested in Arceus on a serious note. Like, that game looks freaking cool as hell. Like,
you should play Sword or Shield.
Or Snap? Do I want to pay $60 to take pictures?
No, you don't. You don't.
That game costs $60.
I don't know. Does it?
More than likely.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, $59.99 to take pictures of Pokemon.
Could be yours today.
Pete, I'll let you take pictures of my hairy ass for $30.
Oh shit!
Oh man. Anyways, so E3 predictions. Let's start with Ubisoft. Pete, you probably don't really Ubisoft it up too much. I think they're going to finally announce their tier pricing for their Ubisoft Plus service. There will be different options. I think there will be a cheap version, a medium version, and then the version that we all have right now, which is the $15. You get every single thing they ever released for any game ever version. I think that will come to consoles.
You think that will come to consoles?
I do think that will come to consoles.
Because if that's going to happen, then EA is going to have to come back with the premise the same thing.
But to go one step further, on Sunday, because they're going to announce the tier pricing, and then on Sunday they're going to tell you that the lowest tier of that will be included with Game Pass, no extra cost.
What would a lower tier be, though?
It will be just the base version of games. It will be the games 18 months after release. And so basically their whole back catalog, and a year and a half after the game's release, you'll get the games on the service. Now EA's, dude, they're nice. They give you the games like 6 months to a year later. Some games was a little longer.
Some games, it was longer. UFC 3 is not even on there yet. Oh no, 4.
Yeah, and the sports games are usually when the season ends, which makes sense because no one's buying them anymore at that point.
UFC 4 has been out for over a year, and it's not even on the Vault yet.
Yeah, and then Rogue Squadron came in like 6 months, but Fallen Order was like a year, over a year. So Yeah, I don't know. They're like, I think Ubisoft will define like have a better definition of when the games come out. But I do think Ubisoft Plus will come to the consoles, and the rumor is that they are going hard into the free to play area. So expect to see Division Heartland, which will be a battle royale free to play Division game, and that'll be their first entrance into it, and I think every game after that probably will have a free to play mode or something. You'll see it in Rainbow Six, you'll see it in whatever else comes out. I think games like Fortnite and Rocket League and and Apex Legends, I think they really changed the industry because they've seen that games that are free to play, you could still make tons of money on them. It's especially multiplayer games, because to make money in multiplayer games, you need users more than anything. And if you try to sell a game for $60 and only, let's say, 500,000 to 1 million people buy it, no one's going to be playing online concurrently. That's why you give the games away for free. You let as many people play it as possible, and you find other stuff to charge them for.
Yeah, that's why Call of Duty right now is so successful with Warzone. It's like they can do like, oh yeah, we can give you Warzone for free. You better play it and have fun with your friends. Why not squad up and all that stuff? And you know what? We're gonna have this content here. We're gonna bring Nakatomi Plaza to the freaking game. We're gonna put that in the game, and you can have the skin of Bruce Willis, and he can be able to talk and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
I saw that, the 80s action hero set.
And then you can have Rambo as well. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want that skin, you want all the things that come with that skin, $20. $20 per thing.
And a lot of people are willing to drop that because they've already put so much time into the game, and it's something they love doing. I get the Rocket Pass every month. Granted, it pays for itself after you've gotten it once, as long as you get to like level 120. But hey, like I paid the $10 in for the first one.
It's actually the same thing with Call of Duty. As soon as you get to like 100, it kind of your money actually transfers over to the next season. So
so it's a great strategy, and it helps the community. It the more people playing, the more people are engaged, the more interested other people get into it. I really like it. That's my prediction for Ubisoft, though. I don't really have any we'll probably see an Assassin's Creed. I don't have anything like crazy though.
I don't know if we will. Because they've been doing Assassin's Creed every other year.
Do you think they'll tell us the time period, but not show us anything?
No. I think they'll wait till the year of. But I will say this, and this is also for Peter here. I think they may come out. When was the last time we had a Mario and Rabbids game?
Good question. That's a good one, actually.
That's a good one, Chris. Yeah. That is a very good one.
It's a good one, actually, because I can see them doing it, because I feel like that did pretty well, I feel. That's one of the good third-party titles for Nintendo.
That was actually one of the better strategy games I've ever played, to be honest with you. It was just basic enough so anybody can understand it, but difficult enough that it took strategy.
Yeah.
So it was... I really enjoyed that one. I hope we see a Splinter Cell. That's my long shot one, or a Prince of Persia. I would love to see a new one in either one of those lines.
We're supposed to be getting that Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake that looks like dog shit.
I want a real,
true
next gen Prince of Persia. Don't give me a game I played in 2001.
Yeah,
let's go.
So Xbox, go for it, Anthony.
Everyone's saying a shadow drop of something. I don't see a shadow drop of a multi-plat game. Because everyone's saying Psychonauts 2, but it's coming out on multiple different consoles. There's no way they're gonna shadow drop it on one and leave everybody else in the dust. Unless, dude, you know what? If they shadow dropped it on the PS4 store and the PC and Linux stores, that'd be cool. But I still don't see it shadow drop. I think we'll see it late July or August. Psychonauts 2. I think we'll see Psychonauts 2. We'll see Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Series X. We will see As Dusk Falls. We'll see more Crossfire X. We'll see the single player that Remedy's been working on for that. Halo Blowout. You'll see that. I do think it's a long shot, but here's my Gatorade Get Hype moment for you, Peter, for your Nintendo fan brethren. Maybe we get the Halo free-to-play multiplayer on the Switch. That's it. Not the single player, but the multiplayer free to play. Maybe.
That will be big. That will be pretty big.
That
could happen.
They've been teasing some sort of Nintendo and Microsoft thing. I think it's far-fetched to think that Game Pass would be available on Switch. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Nintendo allowing that to happen because there's third-party games on there that they could obviously sell. And there's Jeff with his 2 cents. Halo, free-to-play, multiplayer on the Switch. Switch Pro.
Switch Pro.
But it's going to be available on Xbox One, and the Switch is just as powerful as the original Xbox One, so...
It's possible.
But I do think, guys, like I think you guys being a little tame on your predictions, somewhat tame, because I feel like last year, because of the pandemic, we didn't really get that much. This year, I think a lot of these guys have been developing a lot of games in that period of time, working hard to get these games out. I do think there's going to be big announcements because I think the video game industry, just like the movie industry, are eager to be putting out games out there and trying to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
they were pretty good last year.
I think Bethesda's big surprise will be Wolfenstein 3.
Okay.
I can see that coming. And then
you don't think Elder Scrolls?
No. They won't show any more of that. No, it's not close. I hope Starfield is this year. I hope that's like a surprise we get. Rumors I've seen online say that Outer Worlds 2 is going to be available, or not be available. I'm sorry, it's in like full production, so they'll show the Outer Worlds 2. I think Bethesda will go ahead and drop all their other games. It depends, Jeff. I think if Ubisoft games do come to Game Pass, I don't think they'll do that in the same time. I think Microsoft has enough respect for the other games they're going to put on there to let them breathe and let people play them before they drop because they probably, what do they have? Probably like at least 15 games missing from the Bethesda library. I mean, they could put Evil Within 2, Doom 2016 on there. There's some big heavy hitters that they're missing, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. Obviously, I think that Bethesda has a lot more that we don't know about because, I mean, they have to be working on something.
Yeah. So
but
I mean, technically, Xbox is too in a way because they haven't been touting what they've been. So like, hey, yeah, we're working on this. Like, here in front of your face.
We know Fable's coming. We know Avowed's coming. We don't know that another Forza Horizon's coming, so that'll probably be announced. But
yeah, we
know that. I mean, what else? Perfect Dark's coming. The Everwild's coming. So we have all these games that they've announced. But yeah, show me some release dates. That's what I want at this point. Give me some release dates.
So, what do you think your release date is for your Halo Infinite?
It will be the 20th anniversary of Halo. Was that November 15th?
Okay. Right.
I that to me that makes the most sense. Like, you release it on the day that Halo 1 came out.
All right. Let's see that. What does Just say? Seriously, how often do we say they keep dropping so many games but we never have enough time to play them? Game Pass isn't kind of with giving us breaks in between games.
That is true. There's so much to play. It is ridiculous.
There's so much to watch on Netflix. You don't watch everything on Netflix.
Yeah, but I like gaming more than I like watching. I would agree. I would like some gameplay trailers. I like gameplay trailers and release dates. Let's move along.
Let's just get some release dates.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know what we're getting for the rest of the year. I mean, that's really what E3 is about, right? It's supposed to be the show to sell us for the holiday.
It really is.
Holiday and then beyond.
Absolutely.
Yeah, holiday and early next year. So let's see what we got. How about Nintendo predictions, everybody? What do you think, Chris?
I mean, I said mine.
Your Switch Pro? I think they're gonna release the Switch Pro information on Friday. This Friday.
What's happening this Friday?
Just my insider information.
But what about games, Ant? What about games?
For games, it's Nintendo, so we'll probably get let's see,
a Mario remake.
We're gonna get something with some stupid accessory that we don't need. What? Let me see. What? Like we got a ring. We got Mario RC cars. So what else? What possible stupid thing can Nintendo come in and stick in a package and give us this year?
Wait a minute. A golf stick.
The golf stick. Yep.
Hmm.
For the Mario Golf, yeah, sure. Why
What
not?
if they came out with a Mario bowling?
Okay. We're talking about accessories, Ant. Let's talk about games. What games do you think they're going to come out? Mr. Former big Nintendo fanboy. Come on, give me a game.
They will come out with Xenochronicles X remake because it's Nintendo. That's what they do. They need to make sure every Wii U game that ever graced the system is ported over to the Switch because that's just what they have to do. It's in their clause, in their contract.
Okay, you give me remakes and all. You know how no game that you think they're gonna.
We will have a release date for No More Heroes 3. We will have a release date for Bayonetta 3.
Okay. Okay.
A traditional Mario game re-releasing this holiday.
They're good. Yes. If Mario releases this holiday, Zelda won't be till next year. They're not going to release both in the same holiday. Splatoon 3 probably will release. I don't think Zelda's going to make this year, bro. I really don't. I don't think that Breath of the Wild 2 will make this year.
Why not? Because of Skyward Sword already, the HD version being released, so they probably feel lesser Zelda this year. So yeah, I can see that happening.
Damn, I don't. Oh, damn. I don't want to see that happen, but it's possible.
I think if they really want to get people hyped, it's really easy. All they have to do is add N64 games and like Game Boy games to their virtual console. That Nintendo fans will freaking they'll whatever you want to call it, they'll go crazy.
You know what's funny though about Nintendo though, but you're right about it, and you know what's fun about Nintendo. Nintendo fanboys can be easily hyped if you just give something they want.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Right. Release N64 games on the Nintendo Online.
They'll definitely have an indie
do
reel.
Something like that.
In there, they'll have like a little indie sizzle reel in their thing, showing the indie games that are coming. Yeah. They'll definitely have some Japanese-based RPGs. You know what? This might be the year we finally get Kingdom Hearts on the Switch. Because that is a game because I feel like that's a game that Nintendo hasn't had that makes absolutely no sense. If any game in the whole world should ever be on a Nintendo system, it should have been Kingdom Hearts, and this could finally be the year because that would be a huge holiday title for Square Enix, and it would be nice. They
have Final Fantasy now, right? Yeah, all the Final Fantasies.
The old ones. Yeah, they got all the old ones. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I know they announced Splatoon 3. We might see more of that. But I'll be honest, dude. Like with this year, it's really hard to tell what Nintendo's going to be doing. It's I feel like maybe another Mario Kart. It's been long enough, right?
Yeah, it's been long enough. But like that's why I said a traditional Mario game, 9? Like a new Super Mario Brothers Switch or something like that.
You know what though? If I'll agree with you, Chris, because if I'm in the field where I don't think that Zelda is going to make it this year, so I think that Odyssey 2 or some sort of Mario game would make sense at the end of the year.
Yeah, but they haven't even released. But you know what though? Nintendo's always good about that. They'll like keep things like hidden, like a game, like they won't say anything about a game, and then out of nowhere they'll release a game. You know what I'm saying? Like this one working out for the last couple years, or whatever.
It'll definitely be interesting. I mean, I don't know. I'm like half excited about their show, but we'll see.
Yeah,
you're really excited for Xbox, though, right?
Honestly, man, I'm interested to see. We already got Pikmin 4, Jeff. It was called Wild at Heart. But I don't know. Like even I hate the unknown. Like I wish I had if I knew what was going to be on there, I'd be more excited. To be honest with you, you could just tell me titles, and I would be more excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not the titles. It's not when they drop the titles I get excited. It's actually seeing it that gets me excited.
Yeah. Well, which I hope this E3 is a lot more
E3 like the last year's. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we need that. We all need that though. We need something to be like, oh man, this big, holy crap. Something to look forward to the holidays. You know what I'm saying?
I hope we see one game that graphically blows us away on the new one on either new console. I don't even care. I don't even care what console it's on. Just show me something that I'm just like, holy shit, like that's amazing.
But it has to be a title we haven't seen before.
Does it have to be?
No, it doesn't have to be a title.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but I feel like we got all that hype for Cyberpunk, and it turned out to be kind of not be good.
Yeah, but I didn't look at Cyberpunk saying like that's something I haven't seen before. It's The Witcher in modern era.
Yeah.
I feel we as gamers we need something we have faith in. It's like something that like this series of games have been excellent.
I think
this sequel, it's gonna be good because
but I think you got what I'm saying wrong, Pete. I want to see something that I'm like, damn, I couldn't have seen that on my PS4 or my Xbox One. Like that's what I want to see. I want something where I'm just like. Holy,
this is next gen.
Yeah.
This is a real next gen.
I just want one game. It doesn't matter what it is. I just want one game. It could be a game that in a genre I don't even want to play. I just want something to blow me away.
Something graphically to be like, oh my god,
yeah,
I need to own
exactly.
that system.
Is there anything that? But here's my thing, guys. I mean, how much further can a game go, though? What more can you see in a game where, like, it's literally...
That's not up for me to decide. That's up for them to decide.
And then for me to buy it.
Yep.
But really, when you think about it, games have so, like, evolved so much from, like, Nintendo, or Atari, I should say. Like, what more can you see that is really, holy crap, this is next gen right here, you know what I'm saying? Unless we're talking about realism, like straight up realism,
Well, it gets cleaner and cleaner. They have different effects. You got stuff like HDR that's new. You got like the ray tracing and stuff and reflections and stuff like that. Dude, the Unreal 5 engine looks like ridiculous.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
well, okay. How about like having like a huge battle scene, maybe like with tons of characters or something?
Yeah, but I mean that would be cool. But like at the end of the day, it's just Dynasty Warriors. Like I mean,
yeah. Like you don't get wrong. You have like Shadow of War, which like kind of complements that, but it's literally like Arkham with Dynasty Warrior effects in a way.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? That's a game we didn't even talk about. How about maybe we'll see Suicide Squad. Maybe more footage of that. Or is that too soon?
I don't think
that'd be a Summer Game Fest show.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they have. I don't think Warner Brothers has a. Well, now they probably definitely don't have a show because of everything that's happening there.
Because of Cyberpunk, they freaking lost our damn money.
Yeah. But we'll see. I think Summer Game Fest we'll probably see a little bit more of that.
Maybe.
I just want one thing to blow me away, and then we'll talk about it. I can't wait to live stream. I'm still excited though.
Yeah,
I'm excited for news. I like news. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on this month. The Apple has a show. I saw. I've seen Windows is doing something for the next gen of Windows at the end of the month. Dude, there's like news like coming out the wazoo this month. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. And then we still have all these things we have to watch.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of gentlemen, have you guys caught up on Bad Batch?
I am caught up on Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it today, actually.
All right. There you are. I am not caught up. So have a way.
All right, so in this episode, they have to do a job for somebody. So they've officially become mercenaries for hire, and their job.
Well, okay. So explain why they have to do a job.
Well, you don't want to spoil it, man. I haven't watched it.
Okay, never mind.
They need some cash, man. They need cash money. But anyway, so they go on a mercenary hunt to a rescue of some sort, and we get to see a character that we haven't seen Now it's a different character, different species, or different. It's not the same one from Return of the Jedi, but we get to see.
No, I think it is the same one.
No,
Man.
it's a different one.
It's the same one.
No, it's a different one. Filoni
Are you
said.
sure about that?
Yeah. Filoni said it's not the same one.
Oh, it's not the same character.
Yeah, not the same character. Filoni.
Wow. Okay.
Filoni said that.
They almost made it seem like it's the same character.
Yeah, they did. That's why they had to come out and say that it wasn't. But we get to see a pretty cool character from Star Wars lore in Return of the Jedi, also in Knights of the Old Republic. If you ever played that one, you get to do a pretty cool fight scene against one of them. So I'm not going to spoil it for you, Chris, since you haven't watched it. I want you to be able to watch it on your own leisure, because it kind of, if I tell you what it is, it kind of like spoils the story a little bit.
Okay.
So
it does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this one was as good as last week's episode, because I really liked with Fennec. I really like that they added her into it, but you do learn a little bit more about like, you know, that she's a really dangerous bounty hunter, and they do pose the question of who hired her, but we don't know yet. So we have like all that intrigue and mystery of what's going on with that. But yeah, I still like it. It's still, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Saturday. It's Saturday, like, in its glory, it's a Saturday morning cartoon. It progresses the story, but it still has very cartoon elements.
It's Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's still a Clone Wars, I feel like. Yeah. But I like, the thing I like about Filoni, he does know how to tie in a lot of stuff. He knows how to tie in like certain characters to them. And I think that's why it's so interesting about the show. It's like, the fact is, so he's kind of the whole MCU thing, whereas, yeah, this is separate from the main storyline, but they're all tying together. And while seeing this episode, you find out, oh yeah, it's all tied in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all one big universe, and they're all in it. And I think that's why it's such. He does such a good job with it that I think we're all really invested. Because, like, for instance, last week it was Fennec, you know, which you've seen in Mandalorian. This week it's a you know, a couple of characters from like the Star Wars movies from original trilogy. So you're kind of like, oh, okay, you know, as a fan, you're like, that's cool, you know, like not little cool Easter eggs here and there. So, but yeah, I'm digging it. It's pretty cool. You still, well, I'm not gonna give anything else away, but so far, it's not really. It kind of went away. It's kind of a side mission kind of thing. It's not really to the main storyline. So hopefully by next episode, we'll get back to the main storyline.
Okay.
Ant, don't you agree? Ant?
Yes, sir.
All right. But no, it was pretty good though.
All right. Well, then moving on to our movie in review. Boom, 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 boom.
So I forgot Emilio Estevez was in this movie.
You forgot Emilio was in this movie?
I did, man. Dude, it's been a long time, dude. Last time I watched this was probably early 2000s.
What, in a theater?
No, it wasn't in a theater, but I didn't see it originally. The first time I saw it was I only seen it once, and I think it was early 2000s. I think I watched it with Josh. So
I've seen this several times actually.
Yeah, but
I've seen this one several times.
Real quick assessment, and then we can deep dive it. Really good movie. Has a lot of 90s cheese in it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, dude, the computer hacking scene is freaking. That scene is such a memorable movie moment, like where he's like almost falls and hits the ground, like that, that shot. Yeah, that shot is so great. Like that is such a great shot.
But how did he was he able to cup his hand and be like oh yeah, my sweat.
Yeah,
when he was literally right there on the floor.
I suspend belief. But yeah, such a great shot.
I enjoyed this movie. Like, watching it again, I watched it again today before we went live. I still enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy all the Mission Impossible in their own way, I guess you want to say. But yeah, American agent under false suspicion of disloyalty must discover and expose the real spy without the help of his organization, because he's been Disavowed. I didn't really.
Yeah, they had
like,
a lot of.
I didn't.
I thought.
Was that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I was
gonna say like I didn't realize the fact that like Ving Rhames and Tom Cruise have been in every single one.
Yeah.
From the very
beginning.
They
have. Yeah, I think it's the only two characters that are reoccurring out of all the movies.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say though, like, no, I thought it was a very good movie and all that. Definitely, I feel like it does change a little bit later on, though. Like this style, like the way they did this one, like the other ones are kind of different in their own right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was more espionage, but the other ones I think is more action. I feel like more like an action movie.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say about it, I feel this one, it's a little bit too like the MacGuffin in this movie, the whole suitcase or whatever they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
It's kind of like still kind of like up in the air, mysterious in the end, and what they're trying to go for or whatever. The fact that I don't know, it the whole like kind of twist in the end too with John Voight's character and his wife and all that stuff, like kind of a little bit out of nowhere. But in the same time, though, I thought that this movie itself, like there are a lot of memorable scenes. I thought the dining room scene was pretty cool too, where like, I know you're really upset. It's like you never seem very upset, and he does the whole explosion, at least like that restaurant. I thought it was a really cool scene too. They had a lot of the train scene was awesome too.
Yes,
that train scene was really awesome. Very cool, very suspenseful. So
which part of the train scene?
Cool...
I mean, all of it was.
I thought the part with the helicopter and the tunnel was so cheesy.
It is, but like in its own right is like it's a 90s movie.
Oh, I mean, totally. That was like Speed. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I was like, what the? Like, I don't know, man. Like that. Like, of course, the helicopter blade turns and it stops like right here by his throat. And it's like, come on.
Yeah, but I feel like movies like that have done that. Like, what I'm saying, yeah, sure, it's dispensed disbelief in a lot of things, especially like he jumps off the helicopter, explodes, and all that stuff. But still a pretty awesome action movie. I mean, it's kind of like. I mean, really, we get that a lot of times in Marvel stuff. So I still think it was really cool, really well done, though. Like the movie itself, everything about it, there's a lot of cool, memorable moments. I do feel, though, the later movies, I definitely love the change in it. Mm-hmm. I feel they definitely, like the later Mission Impossible, they updated to the point where it feels like you can do sequels and it doesn't feel like it's getting old. It's actually still progressing. And I think they've done such a good job with that. So even though I think this movie still holds up to this day, I still think this movie still holds up. I do like the fact that in the later movies, I like the way they changed it and adapted the whole franchise. So
yeah, I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Let's see here. What will be... Okay, this is a budget of $80 million. Wow. Opening weekend, it made $45 million. Gross USA, $180 million. Worldwide, $457 million.
And what was the budget again?
80.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Now,
it's a big hit, man. The box office, I remember when it first came out.
Now my favorite Mission Impossible theme song movie coming up. Little Limp Bizkit, baby.
From Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, and Mission Impossible 2. Dude, that's a great theme song.
It was. I think that was like
the movie wasn't that good. It's probably the worst out of the bunch, I feel like.
Oh, the movie is.
The movie's the worst out of the bunch, yes.
But that theme song hits, man.
Yeah, it is the worst out of the bunch. No question.
I know no why question. You want to hate me.
You know what's funny, though? It's like, what's funny about the movies, the Mission Impossible movies? We can all say they're all good. Like, all of them are pretty damn good, except for that one. That one's like the bad movie out of the bunch. It's so Hollywood, like, esque bullshit, So, we're going to watch next week, I'm pretty sure. But, that one definitely was not good. Another thing I want to say about this movie I thought it was really cool is the fact that beginning scene where like his crew, like it's kind of unexpected. The kid's killing off all his crew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like when I remember the TV show Mission Impossible back in the day, they had a whole huge, he had a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like different specialists. But when they kill every single one of them, you're like, what the hell? That was pretty crazy, actually, to start off the movie like that. You're like, oh shit, okay, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
so I thought that was
Estevez
a really
just
cool
die right off the beginning.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez dies right off, man. You're like, oh, he's kind of gonna be throughout the whole movie, and they kill him right off. You're like, whoa, okay. You're like, that's really unexpected. So I thought that's what I'm saying, though. I thought this movie is, even though you said, I agree with you, and that's a lot of has the Hollywood like 90s kind of broken arrow kind of cheese to it. Same time, though, they definitely took chances in this movie, which is something that I think a lot of blockbuster Hollywood movies do not take chances. So,
it has its 90s cheese, but it's still great.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking anything from it.
Yeah, it's still great. Yeah.
Does it hold up over like a 7? No, but it's still great.
Yeah. Even 25 years later.
Yeah.
Mention that. So, gentlemen, outside of this, what have you been watching?
So watching, I did watch a documentary on Hulu. It was about the early years of Nickelodeon, and it was cool, man. Brings back a lot of memories. I really enjoyed it. Just seeing all the classic shows from You Can't Do That on Television, Double Dare, to to Nicktoons when they had like Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Then you had your other your Snick. You was like Cursor Explains It All, Secret World of Alex Mack, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? Just like it was cool, man. Just watching all of it, and it was a really cool story to watch because they started out as kind of like an underdog because there was no kids channel at the time. Cable was kind of in its infancy at the time, and they took ideas. So like I mean, I don't know if it's fact, so you can look it up. I'm not really spoiling anything, but the head of the person that was in charge of it, they would like take the scraps from. Like they wanted to do everything different. Like they didn't want to buy shows like Ninja Turtles. Like they didn't want like the normal like toy in the store stuff. They wanted original scripts. That's why their first 3 shows were Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, and Doug. They were just looking for stuff that was no one else was doing at the time. And I think that really helped. And like it was kind of they even said like they wanted to be the kids show that kids actually wanted to watch, not the kids show that adults felt kids should watch.
Right.
So it was just cool just watching it all, and it's always cooler to watch stuff like that because like we lived it, like we grew up in it, we were the kids watching it, like so like that's what makes it like even cooler. Like that's why I love watching like old video game like documentaries on like Nintendo and like the early years of gaming. It's like we lived that, like we were the people playing that. Like that's my stuff. So, but yeah, that's all I watch. I would recommend watching it though. It's a really good documentary on it, and especially if you're a fan of like the old Nick stuff.
I just want to say one thing, dude. It's funny though. I think Nickelodeon always like, even though like everybody grew up differently and has different preference, I can always say that one of like most people watch something on Nickelodeon, something they're a fan of, either whether it was Are You Afraid of the Dark, whereas Ren and Stimpy, or Doug, or
Rocko's Modern Life.
Good Burger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel like does resonate a lot to like a lot of us, growing up. Even though, like, I think it wasn't like, I want to say I was in like young teenage years. Mm-hmm. I still watch a lot of Nickelodeon at that time, and I still was pretty, I still enjoyed their stuff. So, it's kind of cool, like, thinking back about it and saying that, a lot of this stuff was straight up original. It was their own stuff,
Yeah.
So, Hey man, Nick at Night. Don't leave out Nick at Night. Also, Nick at Night was awesome too. Man.
Nick at Night at that time sucked, dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch freaking Mr. Ed and Lassie and Car 54. Where are you? I'm good, dude. Nick at Night got better when like they started putting reruns of like Fresh Prince and stuff on there.
Get Smart or some other stuff. Some of the 60s stuff.
Dude, I don't want to watch anything.
Nobody wants to watch that. Like when they're a kid.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah, get that crap out of here.
I watched it when I'm not taking my kids. I'm talking about like later on for the.
I would never watch Nick at Night. MTV was my go-to at nighttime.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, that's
what adult out there was gonna be like? Oh, I need to get on that Nickelodeon. It's about 10 o'clock.
I get that Nick at Night on.
Nobody was doing that.
Dude, I watched some Nick at Night back in the day, man. You guys might not watch, but I liked it though.
You're an old soul, Pete.
No, I am an old soul. But dude, MTV though too. They had a lot. I'm about to say,
especially at like 10 o'clock to like in the morning, dude. They just played music videos. Like that's what I wanted to watch on MTV. Dude, that was the shit, man.
Now you talking about that, man. Eon Flux, Beavis and Butthead, Real World. I mean, they had a lot of cool stuff too at that time that I used to watch, and that was really like original stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff but the funny thing, dude, is I was still more into like the music shows. Like I liked the like Headbangers Ball and Yo MTV Raps. Like that stuff was the best stuff.
Actually, yeah, man. A lot of times because that's stuff you never see. You will only see you want to see music videos during the daytime show, Spirits or some crap like that. But that's when they show like the real like underground stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stuff they want to show in the regular days, man, which is pretty awesome.
What you been watching, Pete?
What I've been watching. Let's see here. Besides what was recommended, the only thing I watched was AEW Double or Nothing, the pay-per-view this past Sunday, which was excellent. It actually had a full capacity crowd. And it was very entertaining, dude. That's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. Probably one of the best pay-per-views of this year. Yes, I said that, and I'll stick to it.
He hasn't watched any ones but the two AEW ones, so that's the funny part about it.
Will he watch Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather this weekend?
Oh god!
Oh no!
Floyd Mayweather's gonna knock him the fuck out, dude. Dude, Logan Paul's gonna look like CM Punk after that.
To be quite honest, man, I don't like neither guy. So whoever wins that fight, as long as it's a knockout,
is there even a question? Is there seriously? Is there even a question? Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you guys. I know you guys probably haven't watched any of the Mighty Ducks series. I gotta say that season finale, is the best Disney Plus season finale. I mean, not that it's up against strong competition, but dude, that season finale was that season finale was freaking fantastic. Perfect, that was the perfect season finale of a TV show.
Better than Mandalorian.
Better than what?
Mandalorian. That was on Disney. Disney Plus.
Yes, better than Mandalorian.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa!
You can't say Cobra Kai, Pete, because that's not on Disney.
It's not Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's similar. That's why those two shows are very similar. That's why.
This went exactly how I felt it should have went.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Whoa, no. Hold up, man. Better than Mandalorian season 2 season finale?
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna, dude, you're just not a Mighty Ducks fan, because if you were a Mighty Ducks fan, then you would understand that this hit every Mighty Ducks feel that there possibly could have been.
Okay, all right. I give you that.
I wish.
Come on, dude.
I wish Mr. Jeffrey was still here, because I know he watched it as well, and he agrees that it was the perfect season finale. I don't want to tell you what.
Mandalorian season 2.
Dude, I'm telling
Skywalker
you. I am
coming
telling
in there wrecking house. It's saving Grogu.
So you're gonna tell me 15 seconds of a show is makes it the best thing? Dude, I'm saying the episode itself, the whole episode, the way it was laid out was amazing.
Whoa, dude. Okay. But I mean, how do you go from a kid hockey TV show to fucking? I'm sorry, Luke fucking Skywalker out of nowhere saving the day.
DH.
Hey, what's up, Shauna?
If it was
Shauna,
if it was Sebastian Shaw, maybe I'd give it to you. But since it's DH Mark Hamill, get that crap out of my face.
Get out of here!
Oh my god!
Get that crap out of here! Yeah, because it didn't go the way you wanted to go. That's why the only if it's Sebastian Stan was in it,
whatever.
So
go watch Mighty Ducks. Get back to me. That show was great. Great season.
I gotta watch the first one. I never even watched none of the Mighty Ducks movies. Okay, sorry, I never watched any of the Mighty Ducks movies. Yeah.
All right. Yep. I'm out.
Dude, you won't see. It won't even hit you in the feels, dude. Dude,
so like watch like Karate Kid movies and they watch Cobra Kai.
I'm telling you, Pete. Like the Mighty Ducks in the '90s, that was my shit, dude. Like that was like my sports movie.
That's like the Sandlot to us.
Yeah. Even got the hockey shirt on.
So those kids' sports movies in the early '90s, I haven't watched. I never watched any of the kids' sports movies, guys. So just to let you know, when you say all these kids' sports movies, the only one I've seen in the '90s, I've seen Karate Kid in the '80s. I've seen all those in the '80s, but in the '90s, nah. Sorry, missed out on those.
Dude, Mighty Ducks that's the jam of the jam, man. You got. Dude,
so you're sold on season 2, I'm guessing. That's what sells you season.
Honestly,
season 2, right?
It was so good. I don't even want them to make a season 2. That's how good the season finale was. I don't even want them to make a season 2. Just stop it and end it right there because you have now set my bar and my expectations to a level that you'll never meet. That just stop right there because it was the perfect ending.
Damn. Okay, Ant. I gotta see critics if they agree, see the same way you see it.
You don't need to see.
You don't need to see critics. You don't need to see critics. Anthony's your only critic you need to listen to, because like anything he likes, you're like, oh, I kind of might be giving it a try here.
And no, not necessarily. There's not everything we agree on.
Yeah, because
he likes WWE. I like AEW. We disagree on that.
Yeah, the only reason Pete does that is because he's trying to be like the anti-WWE, so he's trying to be cool.
I say top probably 10 things you guys probably disagree on, and that's probably it.
I'm looking up Rotten Tomatoes for you right now, Pete.
Disagree on? What else did we disagree on, Ant?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Try to see.
You probably like Zack Snyder movies.
I don't like Zack Snyder movies. No, I like Watchmen. Whoa, where did Chris go?
All right.
Oh, there he is. I like Watchmen. You don't like Watchmen?
No, Watchmen's trash.
Watchmen's pretty good.
Mighty Ducks is sitting at an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if that's good or not.
That's good.
Okay,
that's good.
I don't know. But I don't know how TV shows are, so that's why I said that.
It goes by overall.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sometimes they rate them higher. But
they don't do it per episode.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they rated the last episode.
Last episode get a 10?
They didn't do it. Let me see if IGN reviewed it. IGN probably didn't do it because they only review what they want.
So I guess like the last episode, give it a 10, Ant? 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I would give it a 10 out of 10. The last episode. I'm telling you, dude, it's that good.
I believe you, Ant. I believe you. I'm gonna have to watch the first Mighty Ducks movie. I have to go watch that though.
Wait, you never seen the first one?
Oh, they do. They do.
No.
Break it down. Hold on.
No, I never seen the first one. I never seen the second one. I never seen the third one.
Mighty Ducks Game Changers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I got you. 10 episodes. Episode list. State of Play was the last episode. Yes. Oh, no. Yeah, they didn't do that one. Why? Did they do episode 9? No, they didn't do episode 9.
a lot of times with IGN, it depends how much like views you get. If they don't get too many
this is
views,
Rotten
they'll
Tomatoes.
decide to put it out.
No, they just did it overall then. Okay. I mean, 36 reviews, 89% liked it. That's something.
Still pretty good.
Let's see.
So let me
Quiet Place
ask
2
you
is
something,
sitting at
Andrew.
90%.
What was that?
Since you watched this, would you compare? Do you compare it to Cobra Kai in a sense where it's like very similar when it comes to playing homage to the first movies but doing their own thing?
Yes and no. Cobra Kai is focused on Johnny and Danny more so. This isn't really focused on the coach Gordon Bombay at all. This is focused on the kids. He's there. But again, he's like 100% focused on the. It's like 90% focused on the kids. He's just there.
All right. Well, might as well just talk about what I've been watching. All of the Conjuring series. Let's just say that. Like, I only got 2 more left to go.
Are they like super scary?
They're not super scary.
Okay, like super creepy.
It's creepy.
What, Conjuring?
It's creepy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I said the fact it's not creepy. It's creepy because the fact that it's based on true stories. so it's creepy in that sense. But all of them dropped on HBO Max today. So there's that ahead of The Conjuring 3, which releases on Friday on the HBO Max in theaters.
Chris, wasn't Quiet Place supposed to come to HBO Max?
No.
Oh no, that's Paramount Plus, right?
Yeah,
After Paramount like 45 Plus. Days. Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to subscribe to Paramount Plus so I can watch it like for a month.
And then Paramount Plus has a movie coming out on later this month called Infinite, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, though? Really? Are we gonna do this? Are you gonna do this? Am I gonna do this?
I mean, from what the trailer looked like, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but that last shot of Uncharted, Tom Holland looks good, but Mark Wahlberg not so much. I don't know if I like his casting in Uncharted. I don't know if I like it.
We haven't seen it yet. It's just 5 seconds. We've only seen 5 seconds. Calm down.
It's Mark Wahlberg.
I understand. I understand the hesitation.
Yeah,
I understand the.
Okay, I need Chris. Chris, I need you to do me your best impersonation of Mark Wahlberg playing Sully. Go.
Oh God, I can't. I don't know if I can do that.
I know you know the lines of Sully. You played that game so many times.
I know, I do it, but like I don't know how to do it with his voice. Like oh goddamn Dorado! I mean, come on, man, we gotta go. Come on, kid. Drake, come on. I'm getting too old for this shit, man. Come on, we gotta go.
Oh man. You're Mark Wahlberg spot on.
That's exactly why I don't see Mark Wahlberg.
You're Mark Wahlberg is spot on, dude.
You know, Drake Sully is so cool, like so cool and calm. Like like you're right. Mark Wahlberg acts all like jittery sometimes. I don't know. I just don't see that. Like I don't know.
Also saw Wrath of Man, which is actually pretty good.
Like I hope we're wrong and it's actually really good. It is good, but. I don't know. I'm still kind of like
gaming wise, just the usual stuff. I've watched someone play all the way through Resident Evil Village. Pretty interesting. How this story is. Not gonna lie. Glad I didn't pay through it because I would have gotten scared and freaked out.
I heard very good things about that game. Like I really want to try it.
Yeah. I heard it's not
scary though, huh?
It's scary, but it's not. But here, like after some parts, it's not as bad. It's just one boss in the game that's really freaks me out. That's it.
Is it that like?
It's probably not the chick.
It's like a mutant monster or something like that.
No, it's more like a doll.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Say no more.
Yeah, it's more like a doll. And then she's like, and like creepy hallways and whatnot. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But have you guys been playing anything new, or just playing the usual stuff?
I beat 3 games.
Three
games since the last time you guys talked to me. So, first game I beat was The Wild at Heart, and that came to Xbox Game Pass. Take a shot, and it's so it's basically a hand-drawn art style game in the vein of Pikmin. It's very Metroidvania. You get like little spriteling creatures, and they follow you around, and you have to throw them on stuff. I mean, it's literally Pikmin meets Luigi's Mansion. You have like a vacuum you got to suck stuff up with as well. Okay. So they took those like gameplay elements out of Nintendo's arsenal, put it in their own little spin. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like a 6 to 8 hour game. All it needed to be. It was good. Let me see. What was the game I beat? The Last Campfire. Beat that. That's a really good puzzle game from Hello Games. If you don't know who they are, they also made Joe Danger, and they made No Man's Sky. So this puzzle game, though, I would equate it to Captain Toad. It's very similar to Captain Toad. There's no fighting or anything like that. You're just figuring out whatever the puzzle is inside, but you're going into like a different world and figuring it out, and then exiting to like save the spirit, kind of. So it's very, if you played it, you'd understand what I mean by it's like Captain Toad. But yeah, that was fun. That was like a 5 hour game. So I went through that, beat that, and then I also beat Observation, which is a space game where you play as the AI on a spacecraft. Okay. And so basically you're on the first manned mission to Saturn, and you wind up finding out some other things that they actually found, like a time anomaly in every broadcast was leading to this one point, so they sent you there, and it winded up actually being a kind of like a multiverse thing where everybody that was going there was the same people from different universes. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of an interesting premise. But anyway, so you play as the AI, so you bounce between surveillance cameras, and like you're always in the system, and you're decoding and decrypting stuff. You're basically doing what the person is asking you to do. Like they're like, "Hey, can you unlock this hatch door?" And then you have to go through, and that's how like the story is told. So and eventually you get to take control of like this little like hover like ball thing, and like you can control it around the space station, but you're still playing as the AI. And yeah, that's like a 4 hour game. That was, but it's good because it's like a movie, like really. But yeah, I enjoyed that as well. And then I started playing Psychonauts, and because I'm getting ready for Psychonauts 2, playing the OG Xbox version. And by the way, I don't know if you've played any Xbox games on the series systems, but they're upscaled to 4K and they look good. Like it's crazy the technology that they got for the like 20-year-old games to look good in 4K. It's nuts.
All right, that's cool.
And one more. Sorry. Also been playing Knockout City from EA. So they released that, and it's awesome. So if you haven't played it yet, Chris, it's on all the systems.
Which game?
Knockout City. It's a dodgeball game.
But it's not free. Yeah. It's not free.
No, it's free to level 25. They made it free for everybody to level 25.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So once you hit level 25, you have to pay for it. I want to say it's $15 or $20. It's also on Game Pass. Take a shot. But whatchamacallit? But yeah, no, it's really good. I'm level 43 already. I've been playing it a lot, dude. It has the Rocket League appeal, where you can play games in less than 5 minutes, and you're just moving on to like more games. So it's not it's not these like long drawn out games that you might have sometimes in like some multiplayer games. So it's just really quick 5-minute games.
All right. What about you, Pete?
Well, okay, so been playing a little more on my Xbox. I know Anthony will be a little happy about that. I was playing a little Rocket League. I'm getting back into that. I played a game first time. I know this is an old game, but still, this is the first time I played it. Gears of War, the first one. I never really played it before. I think I played a little bit one time, but that's it. So I'm playing a little bit of that. Besides that, what else I play? Oh yeah, and I was playing a little bit on my PlayStation, playing a little bit of Call of Duty. Oh no, wait a minute, sorry. Let's go back. I'm playing Soul Calibur 6. Played a little bit of that. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 5, and I played a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone. So I know that's
a little bit of everything, Pete. Dabbling.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
We're gonna call you the dabbler. No, that's fine. You can play wherever you want. It's a free game. You can play whatever system you want, Pete.
Yeah.
I know. I was playing on PlayStation that one. So, yeah, it's just like Fortnite, pretty much. So,
except it's Call of Duty. Chris, are you an AMC stockholder? You get a free large popcorn at AMC with it. That's what Wario 64 said.
Dude, stock's going up. I heard. Stock's going up in AMC.
Yeah, about $60 a share now.
Dang,
that's good.
Should have bought low.
Yeah, should have bought low.
Fuck.
Now the movie theaters back in theaters.
But yeah, that's about it. I don't think I played anything else besides that.
I've just been playing the usual stuff. Nothing really new. But that's all we have for you guys tonight.
Next week will be full of content.
Yes. Well, actually, before full of content.
Well, we'll be talking about Loki.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about
Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 2. Battlefield 6. Maybe if Apple announces anything cool, we'll be talking about that Apple. But then from the 10th on, it's games.
Yep. Oh, I'll probably stream some games too.
There you go. We should stream a little Knockout City. That's the jam.
Good. But until then, I'm King Black Cherry.
Eat up.
The real Ant-Man. Nix, you had a good run. It's over. Good night.
What happened?
The Knicks are done.
What happened?
They're toast.